Hello there. We are expecting some disruptive weather across the western Mediterranean over the next few days because we've got a very slow moving storm system. You can see on the satellite image the cloud rotating here in the western Med. This is Storm Blas, as named by the Spanish Weather Service, and it's bringing not only heavy flooding rainfall to the likes of the Balearics, in towards Sicily, Corsica, Sardinia, southern France too, but very strong winds gusting to gale force as well as large waves of 4 to 6 metres or even higher than that. Meanwhile, further east across the Mediterranean, still reasonably warm for Cyprus, Turkey and much of Greece as well. Very windy conditions. We've had Bora winds for Croatia, those winds only slowly easing through the middle of the week. Quite a bit of dry weather for much of Portugal and central Spain, but we've got the strong winds and the heavy rain associated with Storm Blas there. Quite a lot of dry and settled weather through central Europe, with high pressure holding on for Germany towards Poland as well, but still unsettled for Scandinavia, with weather fronts and low pressure bringing some heavy snow and gusty winds to Norway and Sweden too. So a very mixed picture across Europe, but our main focus is going to be Storm Blas, bringing the heavy flooding rainfall and strong damaging winds and large waves too. London, Paris and Madrid all looking generally settled over the next 5 days or so. Rome, these showers should clear away by about Friday. And in Moscow, some sleety showers over the next few days, turning warmer later in the week in Athens. Bye-bye. Hello there. We've got some pretty heavy rain for some parts of North Africa, down to the fact that there's a slow-moving area of low pressure, Storm Blas, in the western Mediterranean. That's already thrown a few showers in towards the likes of Algeria, Tunisia as well. And it is particularly in Algeria, close to Algiers in fact, that we're going to see the heaviest of the downpours. Could be 200 millimetres of rain falling here in the next few days, causing a risk of flooding and landslides too. A bit further south, some heavy downpours around the Gulf of Guinea, but a drier and warmer weather compared to average for this time of year through central parts of Africa, including South Sudan, parts of Kenya, Eritrea and the DRC as well. So the weather looking warmer and drier than we'd expect there. Cape Town looking dry too for the next 5 days or so. Could be a few showers in Nairobi, but they should clear away later on this week. Warm and dry still for Khartoum, but in Kinshasa we're likely to see some showers and thunderstorms rolling in by the weekend. There's going to be some heavy rain and mountain snow pushing across the Caucasus Mountains. It's looking largely dry and warm ahead of that for Syria, Jordan, across the Levant, Iraq too. A lot of dry, settled weather right across the Middle East, really. Just a gentle shamal wind blowing across the Gulf from a northwesterly direction, but generally light winds for most areas. We have got that rain and mountain snow, which we're pushing towards Iran. It is a dry outlook for Muscat, Dubai, Riyadh and Kuwait, with temperatures hovering a few degrees either side of 30 Celsius. Bye-bye. Hello and thanks for joining me for this look at the weather across Central America and South America too. And over recent days we've had a lot of heavy rain across the Amazon basin. There's more of that to come. You can see on the satellite image the shower cloud here across the northern half of the continent, and we're going to continue to see downpours, daily thunderstorms for the likes of southern and central Brazil, stretching right up towards Colombia, northern parts of Peru and Bolivia as well. Also, some scattered heavy showers and thunderstorms developing further south too, but it's really across the Amazon basin that we're set to see the most torrential downpours over the next few days. So this week could bring flooding issues, 200, possibly 300 millimetres of rain in 1 or 2 areas. Drier for the far south of Brazil, Uruguay, and reasonably warm for much of Argentina and Chile, but some scattered showers and thunderstorms developing. Temperatures certainly above average though, down towards Patagonia. Rio de Janeiro continues to see the unsettled weather over the next few days, but things will turn drier there by the weekend. Buenos Aires seeing a warm few days ahead. Much of Mexico looking dry and settled. 1 or 2 showers around parts of the Bay of Campeche, dry for the Yucatan Peninsula, but heavier rain here through Central America, coastal parts of Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, stretching up through the Central Caribbean, so there could be some thunderstorms for the east of Cuba, for instance. So the outlook then over the next 5 days or so, showers and thunderstorms to come in Havana, should be staying dry and sunny though for San Salvador. Bye for now. Hello. It's been very warm recently across a large portion of North America. It's also been turning pretty wet from the west. In Seattle, it's rained every day in November so far, and a bit more of it to come, I think, at times over the next few days. This area of cloud shows a couple of areas of low pressure, in fact, that have been moving in. So there's already been some heavy rain and mountain snow. More of that for British Columbia. Very windy conditions here. Could be another 1 to 2 feet of snow for the mountains across British Columbia towards the Cascades, the Sierra Nevada as well. Some gusty winds, very unsettled weather here in the west, but towards the east, higher pressure holding on, bringing some dry and reasonably warm weather for this time of year. But let's start off with the northwest. So Alaska and British Columbia turning colder than they've been recently. There's the rain and mountain snow moving in on those brisk breezes, some large waves around the coast too. Some of the showers down across Oregon into northern parts of California as well. So still unsettled, perhaps a drier day on Wednesday in Seattle. It's been pretty wet there recently, but unsettled for Vancouver and Seattle, warming up for San Francisco and Los Angeles through the middle part of the week. And it's certainly warm for the time of year for the likes of New York and Washington DC as well. We're in the mild air, still high pressure dominating, so some fine autumnal weather here. Heading further south, largely dry and settled too for the likes of Georgia and Florida. We could see some sharp showers and thunderstorms through the central plains into the middle of the week, and turning unsettled for Atlanta and Miami by Thursday. Bye-bye. Hello there. The northeasterly monsoon is now underway, and we've already seen some really heavy rain across some southeastern parts of India over recent days, and there's more of that to come. We've got a couple of areas of low pressure, one in the Arabian Sea. This depression here in the Bay of Bengal, though, we're keeping quite a close eye on that. It may develop into a named cyclone as it pushes its way gradually further westwards, likely to make landfall around Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh by about Thursday. But over the next few days, we're likely to see 200 to 300 millimetres of rain falling across Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh. Sri Lanka also seeing some of the very heavy rain, so flooding certainly a risk there. Meanwhile, further north, we've got a weather front that's bringing some rain and mountain snow from the Caucasus Mountains right up towards Nur Sultan, just 3 degrees with some outbreaks of snow. Still relatively cool for Tashkent, for instance. Heading our way further south, though, warmer, lots of sunshine for the likes of Karachi, Mumbai, looking dry here as we'd expect for the time of year. Mali also seeing a bit of a drier window in the weather on Wednesday, but then we're back into that heavy rain close to Chennai, for instance. There could well be some flooding impacts, landslides possible too. Largely dry and reasonably warm for West Bengal and Bangladesh. So here's the outlook, and it's a largely dry one for Mumbai, Dhaka, Islamabad too. Colombo, though, will keep the showers and the thunderstorms, some of them really heavy, over the next 5 days or so. A milder spell of weather for a few days in Tashkent, and rain clearing Chennai by Friday. Bye-bye. Hello there. We've had heavy downpours over recent days across parts of Indonesia. There's been some flooding in Java recently, and you can see from the satellite image the shower cloud across the region. More heavy showers to come here. Further north, it's been very cold across many central and eastern parts of China. Still below average here, but things turning less cold really through the remainder of this week for the likes of Beijing, where temperatures will sit at around about 14 degrees on Wednesday. Low pressure still to the far northeast of China into Russia, bringing some showery and blustery conditions to the likes of Japan and the Korean Peninsula as well. Further south, we've got some heavy downpours through the Malay Peninsula in towards Indonesia once again, particularly Borneo, Sulawesi, towards Java. Here's the outlook then for the next 5 days or so, and Beijing stays reasonably mild after the cold spell earlier in the week with some sunshine around, turning a little bit warmer in Seoul, and the winds are going to be easing too. For Australia, we've got some quite unusual weather for the rest of this week because a complex area of low pressure is going to develop, a very large area of low pressure. So really heavy showers anywhere through Alice Springs towards Darwin, Cairns, Brisbane, Sydney too. All these regions seeing really heavy rainfall lasting a few days. For New Zealand, though, high pressure still holding on Wednesday, but we will see a front moving in from the west, bringing blustery winds by the end of the week. Very unsettled for Sydney and Melbourne, though it is looking drier and a bit warmer in Perth. Bye-bye.